Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack. I'm well. So I heard from this one on social media, and well, for a summary, this petition in the European Union started because a lot of games, nowadays they are always like live services, paid full live services. Yeah, people should not buy those fucking games at all. Never. You could say in one hand it's kind of a karma. Why? Well, people are taking away of their ownership, but also it comes to the argument that if buying is not ownership, piracy is not stealing, because at the end of the day, yeah, you are removing a way to pay what I bought, and it's disgusting that more of those games. Look at that Crapcon now. Recently, that Crapcon PvP game, well, got its services shut down already. It didn't last too long, and that game is well lost media. Well, Crapcon doing a Crapcon, right? So, and still, I know people that yeah they will get pissed because hey, I cannot play this shit anymore. Well, it's a light service obviously, but still, there is some instances where, at least for modders on PC, which is the best platform, they can revive said games. Look, I remember when even we used to have like all that functionality, we could be able to play without the dependence of a server. For example, going back to the golden era, the Halo games, Call of Duty games, even Far Cry games, Gears of War games, you have a split screen and you have local network. You could play those games even if the router didn't have internet, but were all connected to the same network. You were good to go. You could still enjoy that good era of gaming. And now with custom servers, look, there even are people playing the older Need for Speed games, Underground, Most Wanted, The Blacklist, even Carbon. They revived those games with custom servers. And what this petition does is to beforehand force all of those fucking AAA scumbag corpus that keep pushing light service garbage, well, to give the consumer that pay for it, is if they sold that at full price, to make them playable offline at certain capacity, at least to the bare minimum, so players can say, okay, I not feel like I got scammed, because even with those live services, we have seen that, like for example, with that one I said about Crapcon, people pay for that dog shit, and now they cannot play anymore because it was always dependent of a server. It rely or always have said server that could be disconnected at every single moment by Crafcon, just like how it happened. And just like that, many other games. Look at fucking Activision in current day. Black Ops 6 not only is only always online with the multiplayer, even on a fucking split screen. I haven't checked. It already decided to remove that functionality. It will be just at this point just absurd. But they also added always DRM for the campaign. So if the server shut down, you are screwed. Or if you are suddenly get your internet disconnected, you cannot play it as offline mode because it requires an online functionality to be played. So yeah, that's why it is this petition. And then this petition got shut down because of this mob breeder, pirate software. I want to say, looking at his face and his eyes, primarily his eyes, something I have said across this entire channel that I know people are, because people notice it. If you look at the eyes, yeah, it has the eyes of a leftist, and of course, he expressed like a fucking leftist. So this fucker attacked the video of Accursed Fans, which is the ones that started this petition. Stop killing games. That petition failed because this fucking piece of shit mob breeder inbred moron that is also a scumbag, a greedy snake and scumbag that spread all sorts of lies and insulted the Kursen fans. And since he is one of those YouTubers that have a lot of followers only because of his time with Blizzard, they blandly agreed with him. And they end up fucking up the petition. And it's because this fucking mouth breather has connections to a company that he himself is making on always online live services. He he wants to perpetuate the AAA mindset. So he deleted this like a fucking mouth breather he is. So he put a lame ass TLDR that is just filled with lies. And then he did this post that he deleted. I put out a video disagreeing with your initiative 10 months ago and haven't talked about it since. Now your initiative has failed and you're blaming me for 33 minutes of the hour-long video covering it. Your communities are enforced shifting our streams and socials with the hate messages, threats, and night comments. I have to also call out. I know people, even eager YouTubers are talking about this. They said that this fucker was spreading misinformation. They were blatantly lies, malicious lies. You don't get a middle ground with said fuckers, especially when they are fucking lefties, because they always know how to do best. Insult everyone, put any sort of gaslighting, and still saying, "Oh, it's your fault. I'm the victim here," and you're going to notice here as we read this. Since you are so set on cutting my responses into pieces to try to make things unhinged, you are unhinged. I'm going to drop my videos here to show the actual context. We already know the context. You are a piece of shit. There's also a massive pin fact on the first video you can read through to see my reasoning. Your reasoning is flawed because it's just filled with fucking lies. Malicious. Oh man, obviously malicious lies. To quote back to you, if you're going to hate me, at least hate me for what I actually saying. We are hating you because of what you said. Yeah, typical leftist behavior, narcissistic mentality, zero accountability, and well, always playing the victim. Every single time. How many times I stated this shit? That's how leftists behave every single time. You have to look at him. Yeah, especially notice the eyes. I'm not making that shit up. And and he did this because he's still trying to defend AAA. And from what I have on other ones covering, like Smash It across his stream, this fucker made a DRM worse than fucking the Nubo. So he's proposed the idea of coding the game that every single time they needs to check the achievements of X platform the game is hosted on in whatever storefront. If the achievements cannot be checked, it's going to be a paperweight. And you people say, well, it's still stupid because people are going to still make that shit be playable offline. The reason why this one is worse than the Nubo itself is because it's the game by design is being coded to be filled with planet obsolescence and be so redundant and a nuisance to remove it to the point that yeah, even the people, this phrase that I wouldn't even bother that shit. Yeah, they're he's selling an idea that EA will salivate. So so there is that. Yeah, this fucker, well, looks like apparently single-handedly killed this petition. So for a name that is like a rebellion in pro consumerism, pro ownership, Well, he is anti all of those. He is corporate software. Just like that bad joke, he looking at all of this shit. This fucker is a joke of life itself. So yeah, there is that. This fucker, they are ruining it a lot. Look, it could be also a potential to actually getting on to all of these AAA corpos that keep pushing this dog shit. Because well, he's the ones to. You know, like I said, among the leftists, you already noticed it with Game Urinalist. Everyone that subscribed to my channel, you know, because I talk about this. They hate the gamer by design. They hate the gamers by their gods. So they are going to do every single instance to screw him up. Every single goddamn time. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching and please take care.